What up, those sports fans? Welcome to another episode of AwwDacity Sports. It's your boy J2DaR, right? And we're back with your favorite, and I do mean favorite co-host, Miss NikkiC.
What up, y'all?
And we back to give you guys these hot topics. But before we start, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. As you guys know, today is feeling kind of special today. Got a new shirt and a new hat today. So we keeping it in today. How y'all like my new fit today? How we looking today?
Not a fit check.
Fit check already. Let's go get it out of the way. Yo, but Miss Nikki, what's first?
All right, so the Detroit Pistons win again for the 9th straight consecutive win. This time in cup play versus the 76ers, which also makes them 2-0 in cup play. Oh, them boys about that money this year.
Oh, yeah.
They about that paper.
Cut the check.
But before you start, let's go ahead and play that song.
Oh, yeah, I like when we get to play the song. Y'all know what it is, man. Cheap Mac Cash, man. Tell y'all every time. What we say? You know the Pistons won again. You know the Pistons won again. You know the Pistons won again. Let's go, G Mac, man. Appreciate the song, dog. Every time. I'm telling y'all, every time we win, I'm playing this motherfucker. I'm playing this song.
I was like,
man, hype about my boys winning 9 in a row. And the crazy thing about us winning 9 in a row, there is still so much hate.
Oh, yeah, they hating so bad.
There's still so much hate about my boys. They hate the simple fact that one, we 11-2, which means we got the same record as the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Let's go.
There's so much hate that people are saying there's no way we should be winning, especially after back-to-backs. We're down 6 people. Hell, when you look at the last game, let's look at all played. I mean,
nobody that normally started played the last game.
The only person who you could say that would have actually have been a starter in our last 2 year of rotation would have been Ron Highland and Stu. The only 2, right? But it's the simple fact that we had
Stu out.
No Cade, no Jaden Ivey, no Twin. Right, we was missing 6 people.
Tobias is out.
Tobias Harris is out, and guess what? Out of all those people that played, right, we still had 2 people who didn't get no minutes in the last game, but they were available. They didn't get no minutes, and guess what? We still beat Philly 114-105. Ha! Take that. What that say about my boys? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I said this a couple shows ago. And I'm going to keep saying this, right? These young men, and when I'm talking about these young men, I'm talking about the core of our team. I'm talking about Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, Baby Ben, right? They finna bring back something that we ain't seen in a while. We finna have a mixture of the Detroit Bad Boys back-to-back championship and a mix of these OFO go-to-work Pistons.
They call themselves the nasty dog.
The nasty dog. The dirty dog.
Dirty dog.
We gonna drag you into a dog fight every time.
Nasty dog.
And guess how we gonna do that? We gonna beat you regardless if you guys think we're tired. We just gonna keep throwing shit at you because this is what we do. I mean, check out these stats, right? My boy Green came in, played 37 minutes, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. He ain't did that in a minute. Devontae Green. Daenerys Jenkins played 35 minutes, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. Duncan Robinson, 31 minutes, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Typical Duncan game, right? B-Ball Paul comes through again with 25 minutes, 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Ron, 24 minutes, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Baby Levert, 14 points, 23 minutes, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. And, of course, my man Beef Stew with 23 minutes, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. Like, yo, you can't beat this. This is this great team play. No matter what happened, right, I seen it. The game was getting it was back and forth. And, again, when it came down to, like, I want to say around about mid of the third, end of the close to the third, right, we just say, you know what, forget it. We're just going to break the game wide open, right? And of course, Philly went on a good old run. They ended the quarter on a 36-25 run. But guess what happens?
Them boys shut them down.
Them Pistons won again. We weren't scared of these boys. So at the end of the day, every time I say we gonna do something, we gonna do it. Guess what I feel about my boys. Hey, I mean, I know, and we all know, right, as fans, this in-season cup is not our ultimate goal. Let's be very clear. We will accept the money, though.
Yeah, that's why I said they want that check.
We will take the money.
They'll take the money.
But I'm gonna tell you what we really want: the championship. And there is one team, because me and you were just talking about the OKC Thunder and how people were scared of them. Guys. I don't think my boys are scared to play this ball. We say, come here.
Come here.
Right? So bring that smoke. OKC, if we do play each other, guess what? It be what's going to be, but I guarantee you what? We ain't going to be scared to play y'all. That's for damn sure. People think we're a joke in the East. People think our hot start is a fluke. I don't. I seen this last year.
Mm-hmm. This is just a continuation of the end of last season. And the key word, like you said, is team play. There's not one dominant player. There's not a go-to player, or, they have several players that play as a what?
A unit.
Team. Team play is back. I'm here for it. Shout out to OKC and Indiana for bringing that kind of play back to us. Everything just doesn't go through one person and they get all the glory. I'm not going to expand on that, but I do appreciate the team play is back. Anything else?
Yeah, I just want to give shout out to JD Bickerstaff too as well, because while we're talking about bringing back team play, he put in a culture where even off the court, on the court, right? These guys are always together, right? So again, injured, phone calls, slumps, whatever they're going through, they pick up the phone and they truly lean on each other. So shout out to JD Bickerstaff, man, for actually being that coach we needed, and showing what this team can really do. Like he said, they some dogs, man, and I truly seen it last year, and I truly believe them. So good job, coach. I know I said 2 through 5. I'm changing how I feel now. Now I'm going to go 1 through 4.
Yeah.
And if anybody got a problem with me, challenge me. Meet
us in the comments.
Drop it in the comment. Meet me in the comments. I ain't scared of none of y'all. What's up? Miss Nikki, what's next?
All right. So Steph Curry drops 49 on the Spurs with 9 triples in this game. How far will the Warriors go this season, and what seed will they be for the playoffs?
So let's first of all, let's go ahead and look at Steph's stats real quick. Let's go ahead and start there. Did you say 49 points?
Yeah, Steph been torching the Spurs. They played each other twice this week, like we did for Philly. So he been torching the hell out of the Spurs. He's up, Steph. God damn.
So he played 36 minutes, 49 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 16 from 26 from the field, 9 from 17 from 3. Wow. While Jimmy Buckets had played 35 minutes, 21 points, 8 rebounds. Not bad. That's not bad. I understand the Spurs got Wemby and everything else. But whenever this man is healthy and he's on the court, it's an automatic human cheat code for Golden State Warriors. For Golden State, no matter what you say. I get into this debate all the time about Steph, right? About him probably being, to me, arguably the greatest 3-point shooter or pure shooter alive. And I know people are going to argue Larry Bird. I say, fuck you to that. Because if you say that to me, I'm going to say Steph Curry, then Reggie Miller. Get that straight. Again, this is my shit. I get the right to be biased. If you don't like it, oh well. Right? But I will say, I think Steph showed out, and I think the reason why he showed out because he said, you know what, I'm a sneaker free agent, so let me go ahead and drop this close to 50 burger on somebody and see who's going to let me freelance the way I want to.
Exactly, yeah, because he terminated his contract with Under Armour.
He sure did. So now he's, eventually whatever he decides to go, again, his trademark symbol is going to follow with him because Under Armour is going to have to give that up. But Golden State did win 109-108 in cup play. So as far as where I think they're going to land in the standings, so right now Golden State is in the 8th spot at 8-6 with OKC at 13-1. The Nuggets is 10-2. Rockets 8-3. Lakers 10-4. Spurs 8-4. Minnesota 8-5. Suns 8-5. I can see the Warriors landing anywhere from 4 through 8. Here's why.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4.
I mean, 1 and 2 is gonna be kind of solid for me. It's just a given. I'm not going to say they're the 2 best players in the league, but they are the 2 best players on their respective teams right now. I think KD obviously being a weapon with Houston is going to change things. And then the Lakers are only going to be on the hot start until the flock comes back
until
and it's
November
change.
18th.
Jesus, it's going to be a problem, man. So therefore, I think this is why Warriors can anywhere fall between 4 and 8, and if they land in the 8th spot, you know what that means? They're a play-in team, and that's a problem, right? So I don't think they want to be a play-in team. I think they just want to be a playoff team. But let's see what happens. We'll keep our eye on this when to circle back. But it was interesting to see Chef come out hot and drop 49 points wearing Kobe's. I mean, he's already dropping hints. What does that tell you? We know Nike pays their athletes. They get big money from their
and that's a nice check, you know.
I mean, just think about the residual money, all the residual money MJ has made, and think about how long MJ's been away from the game. MJ gets money for every pair of shoes sold. Now, do you think Steph was getting that deal with Under Armour?
No, he was not.
Do you think he will get it with Nike?
He may.
What? He may? That's absolutely, man. If I'm Steph, if you hear me, put that in the contract, dog. If MJ can get it, so can you.
That's because MJ mama was a beast on that thing, and she wanted her son to get.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, his money.
She got all the money.
So shout out to Mrs. Jordan.
For sure. Miss Nikki, what's next?
All right, so let's give some love to Russell Westbrook. This Friday, he made history. Just for sure, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Westbrook, for his career, has made 25,000 points and 10,000 assists. Shout out to Russell.
No, I might as well go ahead and play the song.
Yeah, go ahead and play that song for us.
Every day a star is born. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Russ. You know, they try to drag my boy, but I've always been a Russell Westbrook fan.
Shout out to Jay-Z and J. Cole for that song, though. Shout out to Russell Westbrook for doing something that very few people have done. First and foremost, he's eclipsed 25,000 points. Second of all, he's also eclipsed 10,000 points, just like you said. There's only one other person who did that. You know what? We just mentioned that bum a second ago, but I'm going to go ahead and bring his name
right back up. Yeah, don't bring his name up.
LeBron James, right? So the simple fact that you try to hate on this man, right? But then he's staying actively gaining on you in stats. And he's not intentionally past that. He's just doing it because he loves the game.
Exactly. He just doing his thing, you know. And for the fact that he tried to literally destroy this man's career.
Absolutely.
And his rebound and his comeback has been beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Russell Westbrook. I ain't never give up on you when they was dragging you.
I ain't never give up on you either.
You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. You walk so the Thompson twins, Amin and Assad, could run because they play just like you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So again, shout out to Russell Westbrook and this and this achievement, and may he achieve many more.
I mean, shut him down. Listen to the number of players that he's in company with when it comes down to making 10,000 assists. There is John Stockton, Hall of Famer. Chris Paul, future Hall of Famer. Jason Kidd, Hall of Famer. LeBron James, whatever. Steve Nash, Hall of Famer. Mark Jackson, Hall of Famer. Right? The only players to reach 10,000 assists. You know what you got to do to make 10,000 assists? You got to be dedicated to being a pass first point guard. But he was just able to do more than that. He was able to balance the scales of what it looks like to be a true combo guard. This man was devastating in his prime. Couldn't stop this man from driving to the hole, getting to his spots where he needed to.
Till he got there.
He was damn sure gonna jump over your tallest center to go get a rebound because he didn't care. Brody was that dude in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay here for a minute because I want to make sure I get my
What you talking about in his prime? He just beat Lil Ugly out for his point guard spot. So that nigga is starting. I know in his prime.
I understand.
He's still there.
That's just respect because again, we not gonna get the Russell Westbrook start all 82 games and average a triple double. That's prime.
Right.
That's
okay.
Prime
I understand that.
You're not gonna get that. Right? That's what I mean by prime. But what you will get is, like you said, is game strong enough to still start. Should he start? Absolutely.
Yeah, he just won his start. He just won the starting spot.
Right?
Point guard.
And I think this might help turn around Sacramento. The question is, look, can people roll with them? We understand that you're gonna have good games and bad games with us. Just go with the flow, right? But everybody else should pick that up. But again, I just want to give big kudos to Russell Westbrook.
Right.
Again, the simple fact that somebody tried to quote unquote bury your career.
You see how that went.
I'm still standing by Mr. Triple Double. Right? Chip is the only man to do it. I don't care what nobody say. Let somebody try to tell me the Joker is better than you, man. I promise you, I'll tell them they a lie to their fucking face. Straight up and down, because I truly believe you are better than the Joker any day in your prime compared to what he is. Because again, the Joker is basically running off his fat athleticism ass. I ain't never seen a damn center who couldn't dunk or struggle to get up there to dunk. But again, they want to talk about Luka weight. But never mind, I'm supposed to be talking about my boy Russell. But anyway, good job, Russ, man. Hope you guys make it to the playoffs with Sacramento. I hope to see you move forward. Great Hall of Fame career. One of the best to ever do it. Miss Nikki, what's next?
So we're going on down to New Orleans to the Pelicans, where they fired their head coach Willie Green. Was this the right move?
Here's the problem.
Willie let a lot of shit go to the wayside with this team. And I mean a lot of shit.
Go ahead. What did he let go?
Okay.
I don't want you to say he's going to let go.
First of all, they invested all that money in the Zion ass, and they still have not gotten a return that they invested in. All right. That's one of the main slides. Okay.
And now Brandon Ingram's gone.
CJ McCullough is gone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I watched the Pelicans for a couple of years because of these players, and I'm thinking that these players that, were on that team with Zion, can help him, quote unquote, grow up, but it didn't help. And Willie didn't help nothing neither, but go ahead.
I think Willie was put in a bad position. I think Willie still should be the head coach. And after I found out who the executive vice president of operations is for the New Orleans Pelicans, I feel bad. I feel bad because I always feel like every time I say this with so much respect and love, right? Because, okay, thank God he ain't up here. Okay, be good. He's part of that crew. He's part of the crew up there. Right? We know what Joe Dumars does to teams. We've seen it. He would decimate a team. It just baffles me how When Joe Dumars becomes a damn VP of a team, he will tear it up inside out, right? Do I think Willie Green should have been fired? Hell no. I think they should have traded Zion Williams before they got rid of Brandon Ingram and CJ McCullough. And here's why. When Zion Williams had to be put on a weight restriction put into his contract, at that time it was time to let him go. Should have been moved over. And I'm pretty sure Willie was probably saying it too, right? When you could have literally built your team around Brandon Ingram
and CJ McCullough,
right? Willie Green was great for this team because, again, he took them to the playoffs. But again, guess who didn't show up? Guess who was too busy out there chasing skirts? Zion. He even openly said it.
Zion right? Was in beignets and pousses.
So the
whole time.
I don't think. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this. Joe Dumars was wrong for this. Again, whoever was the GM, or if Joe Dumars was a GM before this move have happened, but you don't fire Willie Green because the next coach is not going to be able to do what Willie Green did, including with the talent that he had to deal with. Now, who do you think is going to be able to keep Zion in check?
Absolutely no one. Still,
I think it's going to run over this associate head coach James Burgo, right? I've never heard of this guy. He's going to be an interim head coach.
I really think the Pelicans are going to end up putting Zion up for trade for somebody because they too are tired of his antics.
I think he should have been traded.
He should have been traded 2 years ago for me. The second time when they had to tell that fat nigga to lose weight.
I mean, I was sent him to Washington, but
instead of sending CJ McCullough, shout out to CJ McCullough. CJ McCullough still got hops, and
he got played. He got played. Brandon Ingram got played. Willie Green got played. Everybody got played. And now Joe Dumars, look, bro, if you don't turn this team around, guess what? You're going to be on the chopping block too.
Yeah, as a GM.
And I hate that you just, fired another brother, but okay. Your track record with me is looking kind of sketchy, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Miss Nikki, before we go on to the next topic, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you already hit the subscribe button, click it again. And then click it again so it turns off and turn back on. So that way you guys get all the notification bells. Because you know what? Sometimes YouTube be tripping and they don't want all the brother notifications going out. But appreciate you guys so much. Miss Nikki, what's next?
Okay, so let's get this laugh out real quick.
I love a good laugh.
All right. So it was reported that Bronny James was crying when he got the call that sent him back to the G League. But somehow he started against Milwaukee Friday night and puts up 0 points. How is this possible that he started? Now your daddy down there, he's struggling down there in the G League. The G League people don't even want your daddy there.
I wouldn't want him there either.
Okay, you crying because you got to go back down. So you cry and fall out. And now you start against the Milwaukee Bucks. What is really going on? I'm gonna let you go ahead.
This is disgusting. This is one. Let me go ahead and say this first and foremost. If for the folks watching the show, hit the like button if you think Bronny James up. That's what I'm saying. Everything.
Not hit the thumbs up if you think Bronny sucks. Oh shit! Run them likes up
because basically we all know, right? I mean, we know you all can hit the like button one time, but again, here we go. Look, 10 minutes, 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. This dude is taking somebody's job. This dude is taking the job of some young kid, some young man who desperately needs to feed his family.
Right.
The fact that there is somebody who's not getting minutes, right? Because again, baby Nepo here somehow cried his way to the starting lineup, and again, it is.
How are you making a salary on 0 points per game?
In any other era of the NBA, this dude would be fired or sitting on somebody's couch somewhere. He wouldn't be catching. He would have got bought out already, because there's no way you can produce these points and the team
and keep you on a job.
It is impossible. That's just like going to work. Y'all, somebody in the chat or somebody, and viewers watching the show. That's just like going to your work. They pay you to do 40 hours a week, and then you go to work and you sit in the break room all day long. That's equivalent to what this is.
I'm really trying to understand how you can justify this nigga paycheck.
You can't.
You cannot.
You can't.
You cannot. You cannot. What was his percentage? -10.
His plus minus?
Plus minus
-6.
-6.
-6. While everybody else was positive 25, positive 26, plus 14.
And how many minutes
12,
did he play?
10.
10 whole damn minutes.
Look, hold on. There is somebody who played, Jared Vanderbilt, because again, Jared Vanderbilt played 8 minutes, 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, but Jared Vanderbilt didn't take a single shot either.
But you crying because they want to send you back down to the G League. Bronny, let me tell you something. You should be up there with the other kids, with the DDGs and and the Kai Cenats, because that's what you're really good at. You're a gamer, you're a streamer. Instead of your daddy being that Kai Cenat trying to throw it in a circle, throw the wham in a circle with Kai Cenat on a sciatica injury, that should have been you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That should have been you. And that's why I say, I hate that he's going through this, and I'm gonna say humiliation ritual for his father.
But his father put him into this.
But your daddy put you into this. And I just I have to blame him for that. But Bronny, you crying about you going to the G League.
That's where you need to be.
That's where you need to be.
Do you know
darling.
how many other players that that are the sons of NBA players that had to go through the G League and again it actually worked for them? Look at Gary Payton III. And to fight his way into the NBA. Now he's a star, and if you ask me, he is I think he made an All-Star game. But you would consider him a above average player in the NBA, right? He's not.
But they trying to say Bronny played like one of them what's his name?
Ball kids.
No, the other brothers. The one that used to play for Boston. He used to play for Milwaukee too. What's his name? Start with a J. Can't think of his name.
You talking about Drew Holiday?
Drew Holiday, yeah. His name starts J-R-E-W, Drew.
Oh, first of all,
ain't no way in the
all them Holiday boys
can ball. They all dogs. I don't understand how LeBron could compare his.
Your son is never going to be close to any of that. Only way he's going to be anywhere close to that is one. Somebody takes the responsibility and the ownership and say, hey, man, you need to go spend this time in the G League and develop yourself. And when we think you're ready, we'll call you back. But we're going to monitor your progress, which means you're going to be down there for some time. So whatever you need to do to figure out your game, figure it out. You got here. We know how you got here. Time to rip the Band-Aid off of this thing. Time to send this trash back to where it needs to go. Right? Because again, if you're crying about a phone call, I mean, shit. Just imagine if you played Major League Baseball and these guys go up and down in the farm system all the time. At the end of the day, if you go in the G League, are you still getting paid your NBA salary?
He sure is.
Sure is. So technically, man, shut up and just take the assignment. What are you talking about? Do you think if I had the opportunity to play in the NBA and I make it to the NBA and then they say, oh, well, that was my daddy and I got to go play in the G League, but I'm still going to get to collect every bit of my NBA salary money, which is $2 million in total. All right, Pops, going to the G League. You stay up here. I'm going to go down here because, again, two things is going to happen in the G League. One, it's going to help you develop your game, but then two, it's going to show you how to be a man. Because your daddy ain't going to be in the locker room and save you all the time. So that means you're going to have to learn how to fend for yourself.
No,
because this real shit need to come out. So I'm just going to call it how I see it.
I ain't no man, but.
Right? But you're going to need this when you're on the road because understand, right? You got a name. You got money, which means the 304s are going to be coming right along. Yeah, I understand. Again, you can't always rely on your parents. And at the time, you're going to have to stand on your own. So, with that being said, man, take your punk ass down there to the G League. If I'm the Lakers, man, I'm cutting ties. I'm cutting ties with you and your daddy anyway, so it don't even matter where you do.
Well, we got breaking news. It just came across my phone.
Okay.
As of this broadcast, LeBron Ramon James has now resigned to the Lakers and has left the G League. So he's back on the Lakers roster.
Let the losing begin.
What date is this?
Let the losing begin. You know what's going to happen? Austin Reeves' game is finna suffer.
Austin Reeves, you out of there,
Austin Reeves' game is finna suffer. DeAndre Ayton game is finna suffer. And Dalton Connect's game is going to suffer.
Yeah. How did Bronny start over Dalton Connect playing the Milwaukee Bucks Friday night?
Two different positions.
But still.
Actually, you know what? You're right. Because, you started Austin Reeves and you started Luka. And then, which means you started Bronny James, and Austin Reeves and Luka played the same position. So the question is, which one of them is taller at the position at shooting guard compared to, again, who was playing the small forward?
But if you put a nothing burger out there, you're going to get nothing.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Shout out to Billy Preston because he said that shit.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Again, I see more losing ahead. I see the Lakers right now. They're currently in the 4th spot in the standings. If I just seen that correctly, yeah, in the 4th spot. I see them falling probably to the 6th, 7th, 8th spot by end of season because of LeBron James and LeBron James alone. You don't like it? Bet me on it. Ain't hard to find. Miss Nikki, what's next?
All right, so let's go back to this betting scandal, which has seemed to have grown plenty of legs. The legs being UFC, allegedly, according to Oscar De La Hoya and the MLB. Is it only a matter of time before they say the NFL and the boxing? And what about hockey? Now, UFC, they say it's there.
It's definitely a UFC.
NBA is there.
Definitely in the NBA.
NFL, they trying to say it's there. It's there.
It's only a matter of time for somebody to pick open that door.
So at the MLB, it's there.
Yep, MLB was just busted.
Let me tell you this, and I'm not trying to big up these people.
What about hockey?
It's probably there, but they haven't gone there.
How do you rig a hockey game?
Yes, as of yet. Yeah, people bet on it.
How do you rig a hockey game? I guess
you have a player in your pocket.
Somebody
point
help me
shaving.
Out. How do you rig a hockey game? I mean, you would need the goalie, you would need the team, you would need a lot to rig. You would need more than just one person in a hockey game because If the other team ain't in on it, then you kind of
you see how this NBA thing is, right? You know how it has grown legs, and people are now being investigated and so on and so forth. There's many cogs in this wheel when it comes to this online betting and to
absolutely,
point shaving and just cheating altogether.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this thing has grown to all the sports that you can currently bet on.
I don't feel safe betting no more.
It really does, because you look at some at like how some players, like Friday night. Let's be honest, I thought Milwaukee threw that game.
You thought Milwaukee threw that game?
The way Giannis was playing,
it'd be hard pressed.
Allegedly, I don't want no lawsuits. I ain't got no money. Allegedly. But then you start looking at people's play, and it's just not like they having a brain fart, because you do this shit every night or every other night. So, yeah, I don't really, do these parlays no more, because it make you start looking at things.
Well, LeBron coming back is, again, going to sink everything. This betting thing is I'm almost just waiting for the next shoe to drop, because that's what it basically feels like.
Well, we're supposed to be waiting on the shoe for them to kick the shoe box, because
it's some shoe boxes, some shoe stoves, some shoe pallets that need to get kicked over, because apparently CI1 is doing CI1 things. The fact that it feels like this is in every major sport now, like I almost feel safer on a scratch off than I do online betting now. And I don't like scratch offs because I know 10 times out of 10, I'm going to lose every time, right? That's why I don't do scratch offs. But at least I felt like I had a fighting chance. And when I was able to, bet the winner, not prop bets, but just the winner, or maybe sometimes the over under. Right?
You can't even trust the over under.
And I felt good on that, but now I just don't feel the safe here anymore. But to see this is now in all major sports is definitely in UFC. Oscar just blew the top off of that. I mean, he went live.
Oh yeah, he show told on Daniel.
He went live and told on old boy and said ha and rubbed it all in his face. Oscar, you dirty for that. I feel you. But let's just be clear.
Well, that's because UFC competes with boxing, so a hater gonna hate.
If you think if
that's to put UFC, the feds on Daniel.
If it's in UFC, you think it is not in boxing?
Well, that's De La Hoya. He may have some personal beef with Daniel.
It may not be particularly in people throwing fights. It might not be allegedly in De La Hoya's camp. But again, could it be alleged that somebody in boxing could have threw a fight?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. So in this question, to the quote unquote, go ahead and laugh at Dana White to say like look, your product, and there's over 100 matches prove that they were fixed. Be careful where you tread, De La Hoya. Boxing is
boxing is synonymous with the shit,
because we've seen 100 times where fights that we know people lost should have won, i.e. the Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley fight. I 100% agree that Manny Pacquiao beat the snot out of Timothy Bradley. But guess who won that night? And Miss Nikki was there because she said, hi, nigga.
I had the whole bar mad with me. They had to pay up.
See, this is why I don't go to sporting events with Miss Nikki, because again, it's never safe, right? She starts shit.
Pop my shit.
But so again, that's just an example of how I truly feel like boxing does things. But let's go on to the next topic.
Well, to expand on the betting scandal, okay. It's been reported here within the last 24 hours that the Alphabet Boys, the FBI, has requested the phones of several Lakers staff to turn in their phones, according to reports, including Lakers assistant trainer Mike Mancius and the executive administrator Randy Mims. Both are longtime associates of LeBron James and have voluntarily turned over their phones and documents to the law firm assisting the NBA. What do you think made the feds come to the Lakers? I have two words. Damon Jones.
I was thinking the same thing. CI number one. AKA Snitchy McGee. AKA Snitchy McGirt. AKA Snitches Need Stitches. AKA Forever Snitching.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Mama, I love you. AKA I'm putting the house up.
Right. Because if you're supposed to be if my best friend is a billionaire and my bond is $200,000, you couldn't give me $20,000 to put up for me to get out for the, even if you didn't have to give it directly from me to you. You could have gave it to, Savannah to give to my mama, or Savannah to give to
bag lady.
Huh?
Not bag lady.
You know how we do. So you won't be known, but I had to put my mama house up. This is what you get. This is the return you're going to get. I just want to see it unfold, because $20,000 may cost somebody's their career.
So you thinking allegedly
that Damon Jones is telling on everybody
and said, like, hey, I can get you people close to LeBron, who's close to these people.
Well, they're cooperating, so the feds
I don't want to do 40 years, and they like, ooh. And if the alphabet people come and run, you instantly gonna turn over your phone, because you already know. And if you don't know, you should already think in the front of your mind. They know the answers before they even ask.
Yeah, they've already subpoenaed your records. They just want to see if you're going to be honest with them when you turn that phone in, and see if them text messages missing, emails are missing. So
damn, more paperwork just keep coming through the NBA. What's going to happen? I'm just curious that you guys what think is going to happen. Leave it in the comments. Do you guys think Damon Jones is snitching?
Hell yeah, Damon Jones is snitching, because Damon Jones don't want to do 40 years in prison.
So what's interesting is nobody has brought up the man who went to who came out of jail in the Clutch Sports sweater. Nobody's mentioned him.
Yeah, nobody. Chauncey, you have not heard him being mentioned in any type of news reporting ever since that day they blew up his spot and took him down there, and he came right back out.
So all we hear about is CI
number one,
mm-hmm. And it's documented in the paperwork as he is CI number one.
Yep. So y'all keep, we'll keep watching, we'll keep reporting.
Mama, I love you.
But yeah, $20,000 you could have paid, bro. You my best friend. You got, hey, I'm a gambling addict. I have a gambling problem.
Hey, bro, I may have again, quote unquote, allegedly, told my people, because you told me, you may or may not be playing, and I told my people, to do this, and I broke you off on the back end, allegedly, right? Like, how intertwined could this literally be? Like, I know there's the reports that saying that this man has absolutely nothing to do with LeBron James. So let me be clear here on AwwDacity Sports. But the way this little tangle web weave thing crap happens all the time, what's the possibility that some information is either went through him, got to him, or he said something?
Well, we gonna see. I'm probably Gonna wait for this paperwork to come out.
Because his best friend definitely snitching.
Yep, he is definitely telling. So we're gonna see. Well, moving on.
What's next?
Jake Paul has a new opponent, and it's old ass AnthonyJoshua. Is this fight worth watching?
Fuck no.
But first,
Next.
Well, damn.
Okay.
Well, but first, let's spin the block, and it looks like Jake was running from Tank. Now, do you want to know why Jake was running from Tank?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm pretty sure you was right on the last show when you said it. But go ahead.
Besides the contract breach, Jake was talking that shit, and Tank was like, "Oh yeah," and in Tank's mind, you know, when you the realest nigga in the room, Tank was gonna do that shit for the culture and just knock Jake ass out.
I think that was gonna happen.
Jake got scared because he didn't want to get knocked out on Netflix.
So there was two interesting things that happened. You're right. One, he breached the contract of that 194. He really couldn't get none of 194 guys, which is totally sad, right? But then two, I watched that little quote unquote interview that Jake Paul did. I think it was on his Homeboys podcast.
Aiden Ross.
That chump. Right. Jake sounds slurred on the video.
Yeah, Jake sounded drunk.
So the simple fact that you're trying to call Tank out, but then you contradicted the whole thing, makes me believe that, again, one, Miss Nikki was right. Not only were you running because you, one, breached the contract, but then two, the second part of the interview came out, and it happened when you guys were doing the press conference, and Tank went off script on you.
He said, "Oh,
you reading from the script.
You're reading from the script." He said it.
You think, oh, you bet $2 million then. Because when $2 million is on the line,
I'm finna knock your ass.
I'm finna knock you cold silly.
I'm trying to tell you.
So now when I'm piecing back my timeline, because you remember the last previous show, I said that Jake came out before the whole story came out about Tank, that he doubled down on this whole knockout thing. And then the fight got suspended, right? Now we are understanding of what happened. Jake, you a bitch.
I told you he was a bitch ass nigga last week.
You straight bitch mate, bro. And the simple fact that you ran from a real fighter that is still in his prime and who you know was finna beat your ass, further lets me know that you fighting AnthonyJoshua right now is like fighting what's my boy? Who missed leg day all the time. The Bronze Bomber. This dude missed leg day every fucking day in the gym, right? And that's who I feel like you're finna fight. So do I feel like you're fighting another boxer?
Absolutely. Well, you know what, Anthony?
Okay.
Yeah, technically he is. Yes, he's had belts. He's had all of those things. He is a boxer.
But it's so fucking cringeworthy to the point where I feel like I'm forced to say yes.
Yeah, because AnthonyJoshua does meet the criteria. He does have belts. He is what is he? Middleweight? Heavyweight.
Let's see something.
But his training camp sucks. Well, I don't know, because him and Errol Spence was trained by the same trainer, and both of their asses lost that same year. So what does that say about that trainer in that camp?
I mean, AnthonyJoshua has 32 bouts, 42 fights.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he legit.
I mean, his last fight was, again, September 24th. Does it tell me the year?
But again, like I said last week, he was using Tank for the name. He really wanted Tank to follow that script.
Oh, yeah, it was in September of 2024. He fought at Wembley Stadium. He lost that fight. And then he had a fight in March once he fought a UFC fighter. He won that fight.
Who fights a UFC fighter if you're a heavyweight?
In December of 2023, he fought Otto Whalen. He beat him. Trash.
I mean, what is that?
And then 23, he fought another heavyweight. in the UK. All his fights are basically in the UK. His last major
But you coming
good
to
fight,
America to get on Netflix.
His major good gosh.
Anthony Joshua, stop the cap.
Alexander Usyk was probably his last major, I would say, serious opponent, right? And he lost both of those back to back, right? And those had the IBF, IBO, and the WBO heavyweight title on the line,
and lost it all,
right? And then again, when he fought Joshua Dobbs, he went down 4 times for the IBF heavyweight. So I feel like I'm forced to say he's a fighter because again,
he has a track record. He does, but I don't think he has nowhere near the same power that Tank does. And this would have been a totally different fight. Right. If Tank would have went and put that $2 million ticket in and they was fighting, I guarantee
Tank was going in there to break ribs.
Tank was going in there to break that nigga down.
Tank
and
was
we
going
was
to go
watch
ribs.
it in
right?
real
and it was going to be a
time.
breakdown. Absolutely.
And I would have been here for it.
That fight, I would have been there for it, and I kept saying I wasn't going to fight it, but now I'm really skipping this fight because I know what's going to happen. Until somebody come out and tell me Anthony Joshua knocked this man cold, I believe it. But now I truly believe exactly what this is.
Yeah. He said it's a script.
He didn't want that fight. He needed somebody that will really do the script, right? And Anthony Joshua, man, you was sucker for taking this, man.
Well, in this economy, everybody need a check, and I guess this is the check that Anthony needs. So, No,
but Anthony, I've heard Anthony plenty of times stick up for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But in the same breath, man, like if you finna go in here and read some script and be a puppet for Jake, dog, I can't mess with you, man. Down here at AwwDacity Sports, we're not going to tolerate no dumb shit, and this will be stupid shit. So, anything else on this topic? Because one, I really can't stand Jake Paul, and two, I really wish Tank would have really had that fight because I was itching to see real bloodshed.
That what that would have did in front of millions around the world.
It would have made Jake look like he was suspect. Like
yeah, he's suspect like he really is.
He's a culture vulture.
We all know that. And that would have proved it right. And plus, Tank would have got a payday outside of what they were paying him. That's why he said bet $2 million.
Because
he got it.
Because the favorite would have been Jake.
Yeah, they would have favored Jake, but Tank would have broke his body down.
So just imagine what the numbers would have been, what them odds would have been in Vegas if this fight would have happened and Jake was the favorite at $2 million.
Whew. Lord. Well, moving on into college football, the Michigan Wolverines winning a nail-biter in Wrigley Field versus Northwestern. With the rest of the schedule and one tough game left, what bowl would you like to see them in? Oh, yeah, they still got to play Ohio State. Or, excuse me, the Ohio State.
Man, fuck Ohio State. Oh, man, this is difficult. Well, if we don't get past Ohio State and the way we've been playing all season, granted, we are 8-2, and 6-1 in the Big Ten. I think that's right. Yeah, 6-1 in the Big Ten. It's going to be difficult, right? I don't even want to say this because this is just causing me to either one have a headache or my tongue to swell to even thinking about if them.
Breathe.
Somehow we lose to these sucker duck ass niggas. But I will understand how, because again, we have a freshman at quarterback who's learning his way and understanding what he can do at that position, right? And sometimes he can just be a rocket. And then again, it was just so cringeworthy watching them fumble 4th and 1 on the 1 yard line. Like that type of shit we need to clean up, and it shouldn't be happening, right? So as far as bowl is concerned, I'll be happy enough to see us play I'm pretty sure we're not going to play in one of the major bowls. So I'll take one of them Christmas Day bowls, right?
No Frito-Lay.
Yeah, I don't want no Kraft macaroni and cheese or no damn Pop-Tart
Tostitos. We not getting that.
I don't want none of that.
Look, they can come back down here for the Outback Bowl.
I take the Outback Bowl. That's fine. The Outback Bowl is fine, right? So if we go to the Outback Bowl, I can see us doing that. That'll be a good place for us. That'll be a good place for Bryce Underwood to get his feet wet playing in the playoff game, getting that atmosphere and the understanding. Like if these bright lights look like this at this game, just imagine what it's looking like at the national championship game with the incoming freshmen that we have coming in, the recruits we have coming in. It is projected that we can really do some things next year. So am I saying we're punting this one to the fucking this year?
You gotta have faith in them boys. You know how it is. Underwood may get up for that game, but he does scare me because
I'm just trying to be honest.
I bring him up. I want to bring the kids up.
Not him.
No, because he plays very well. He just have to get settled down. He get nervous at first.
I mean, the only reason why we won this game is because, again, one, we got the ball back, luckily, right?
Yeah,
but then two, we won it on the field goal, last second field goal. Last second.
A win is a win is a win, no matter how you get it.
34-yard field goal, right? Like we literally had to go through all that in order to make this win happen. So if it wasn't for, again, crappy play, the scoreboard didn't even be like this. Okay, Bryce Underwood went 21 of 32, 280 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks. That's a problem. That's cringeworthy. Our running back Jordan Marshall, man, balled out, 19 attempts, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. We can't always rely on the run game. We got to be able to throw and get it to these wide receivers, right? Again, we got to be able to score. We got to put these guys in position to score. It shouldn't look like this. And especially, again, Northwestern?
The smart kids.
Somebody telling me the last time Northwestern was actually freaking relevant. Huh? They're 5-5. 3-4 in the conference. Come on, y'all. Stop it. Last time Northwestern was
they struggle with the smart kids.
No way this is supposed to be happening. Come on, man. Get your shit together. That's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, I don't want to say it, but I feel like I'm finna freaking say it.
Don't say it then.
But fuckers. What's next?
Well, we have an issue with Sam Laporta for the Detroit Lions. He's on injury reserve, so he has to miss at least a minimum of 4 games. How will this impact our record? And look, Sam, you got blessed by the Pope this year. Come on, man.
We ain't supposed to be seeing injuries from Sam, especially the dude who's blessed by the Pope. You're right. I mean, this totally sucks for us, right? There's no way I was expecting us to lose Sam. I wanted us to be able to keep all our guys healthy this year. But unfortunately, I wasn't that lucky. I'm trying to pull up right now. Our schedule, but of course, this thing is acting funny. So here we go. Let's see if I can actually go to the direct website here and get a better schedule. All right. So you say we got to mix the next 4 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are now. So we got the Eagles on today, on Sunday. So he's missing the Eagles. He's missing the Giants. He's missing the Packers. He's going to miss the Dallas game. Boo! And potentially be back for the Rams, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Chicago game. Well, I could potentially see us going 2-2 doing this run without Sam. But you know what? Yep. Because 3 of these games are on the road and only one's at home, and that's when we play Detroit. Well, basically, you can say Dallas is a home game. That's going to be a home game for us. So actually, we got 2 home games. Oh no, 3 home games, 4 home games. Yeah, it's 3 home games. The Giants, Green Bay, and Dallas are at home. Okay. So anyways, a home game anyways. We might struggle with this Eagles game tonight. We win the Giants, Packers, and Dallas Cowboy game, and then Sam comes back healthy and then help us roll into playoffs so that way we can be ready in time for the playoffs. Does this hurt Jared Goff possible potential MVP? Could be, but we'll see what happens. But Sam going down right now kind of definitely sucks with us. Our backup tight ends we're really going to have to rely on them heavy. But guess what? That also means it's going to end up being more targets for my man J-Mo, right? So, hey, OC, Sam Laporta's not there. So you know what that means? You gotta call plays for J-Mo. And if you don't do that, guess what's going to happen? Dan Campbell's going to take the play calling away from your ass again. He's going to take and then this time he ain't going to give it back, and you just going to be fired, right? I know he said y'all were homeboys, but when it comes down to his job versus your job, guess what's going to happen? Dan's going to say, not his job, but your job. So, let's see what we got for backup tight end here real quick, just out of curiosity. We got Brock Wright and Ross DeWilly. Okay, I can live with it. Brock's there. Okay, I can live with it. Definitely still get more passes to J-Mo. Get better, Brock. Not Brock, but Sam. And then we will see you in 4 games, my brother. Miss Nikki, what's next?
On the college basketball, and we got to talk about our nephew, Cayenne Anthony, who posted 28 minutes, 18 points, 7 from 12, from 18 points, 7 from 12 from the field, and 3 rebounds.
I feel like every time Cayenne comes on to the court,
I'm trying to tell you, I just be so proud. I just be cheesing so hard.
My boy come on to the court like this. He got his own theme music. He come on to the court like this, y'all. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm trying to tell you.
Boy said y'all better get ready to rumble. This is just true testament of what he put into himself and how he dedicated himself to where he wanted to be. When I'm pretty sure the conversation happened, hey son, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he said, Dad, I want to be just like you. And his dad was like, all right, well, I want you to do it
be like me,
your way and not my way, and how to get it on your own and not be like somebody else we know. I think that's what happened. I'm almost pretty sure that's how that conversation happened, and here's why. Syracuse played Drexel. And just like you said, Syracuse is 3-0. I am putting up the stats he's putting up, right? But again, what you don't see him doing is standing in the corner. This young man goes actively against it.
He right? curls.
He goes play defense. He plays within the game, right? And that is what I am truly enjoying about watching Cayenne Anthony play. And again, 28 minutes. He started the second game, 3.7, 12 from the field. But here's, clean up a few turnovers. He had the most turnovers on anybody on the team. You got to clean that up. But that's okay. That's okay. But nephew is still balling out, man. Again, I feel like not only do my boy should get one song. I feel like he should get 2 songs. So I'm gonna play the second song too.
Platform.
Hey, like straight up, like another star is born. I see it coming. You know who else I see coming? I'm gonna go ahead and give them some love right now because again, we ain't talked about these boys all season long, and they 4-0. You know who we ain't talked about? Them damn Boozer twins.
All right, Carlos's boys.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? One played last night. Well, both of the twins played last night. The one that's playing the forward is going to be a monster, right? Last night, he balled out last night. The other night, played 29 minutes, put up 35 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, went 13 from 16 from the field, 3 for 3 from field, and 7 from 11 from 7 from 11 from free throw, 3 blocks, 3 steals. This man is a stat stuffer. He is Daddy Reed.
But again, you know, the children, they doing it right. They doing it the correct way so they can get that experience. But
now his other son put up 24 minutes, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, right? 1 block, 2 steals, right? Again, pretty decent game. Again, I got to go back and see what else they did for the rest of the season. But at 5-0, starting out in the season, I can't wait for March Madness because I can't wait to see Duke run into Syracuse. Predicted it now. Duke and Syracuse run into each other somewhere Elite 8, right? And then that's going to be the game to watch.
Yeah, because everybody cheering playing. So, you know, it's going to be star-studded. That's going to be a high game to even attend.
And we all know how people feel about Duke. Duke is this great team. They better than everybody. But I disagree. I get that, you know, they're always somehow ranked up there, but I just think that's because the status quo in name. Somehow they just recruited the number 1 power forward again. Don't know how they did it, right? But this segment was about my boy Cayenne, so I want to get back to him. Bravo, young man. Bravo. Right. You can't get better at what you're doing. Stay on your path, man.
Right. Keep doing what you're doing, Cayenne.
I think everything he's doing it the correct way. One thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. You will be an NBA All-Star. You will get there on your own merit, and that is the beautiful thing about it. Only thing that I'm asking, I'm going to ask it again because I asked it on the previous show. Stay off 4 years and get your education. You ain't got to rush this.
Exactly. Your parents got money. You don't need a ticket right now. Right. A ticket to ride.
You don't need.
They got money.
There you go. You have no need to rush. So, Miss Nikki, what's next?
All right. So the last topic is in what the fuck news.
Okay. All right. This segment in a minute.
All right. So let's shine some light on the bullshit right here. So, South Carolina State Trooper working the Texas A&M versus South Carolina game basically forearm checks 2 South Carolina players and points to the field like telling them to get out of the tunnel. But all the player was doing was getting help from his teammates because he was injured and he ran into the tunnel. Mm-hmm. All right. So now Texas A&M did the right thing and they sent the trooper home immediately. Well, they sent the you meant South Carolina. I'm sorry, sent the
no, it's the Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. They sent the trooper home immediately and then relieved him of his duties. But I got more questions. My thing is this, yeah, you relieved him of his duties of not working these games no more. But what if this motherfucker is out there pulling people over? The way you forearmed them boys, like you was finna draw the gun on them and yelling at them, like, and I'ma say it, nigga, get your ass back out there on the field. What kind of shit is that? But you know, it's Texas. It's just like down here, you know. Them Peckerwoods is just like that.
This was triggering for me, right? Because I felt some type of way. I'm not gonna lie about it, right? I instantly felt like
a lot of people did.
I instantly felt like when this happened on national TV, you know, there were millions of fans in the stadium. There were people watching, right? And to see an officer of the law whose job is to protect and make sure everything on the inside is protected, right? If you can't handle what's happening on the inside, that makes me wonder how you handling things on the outside. So, one, I appreciate Texas A&M swiftness into relieving this man of his duties at that stadium. But I also got something else I need to say. Just go ahead and get this off of my chest right now, because this is how I instantly felt when I seen the thing happen.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
Yeah, I played it. Yeah, I sure did. For the simple fact that, one, his reaction alone and pointing to it and having like so much aggression in it, just go ahead and tell us you are a hooded guy without telling us you're a hooded guy with a badge. But that's exactly what you.
That's why all of them fly to anyways, to the law enforcement. But that's neither here nor there. But go ahead.
The fact that you still have a job is appalling to me. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's probably suggested nor said that you should be fired, because, hey, what happens when South Carolina or one of those kids, or you find out one of those kids' parents actually live around in that area? Are you going to harass them? Probably.
They ain't finna do nothing to him. Yeah, he got fired from that assignment. You know, that's an extra assignment. That's extra money. That's overtime for them. So he's just not going to be able to work those quote unquote events
but
anymore.
His actions alone warrant more than just that, because, again, as an officer of the law, right?
I understand what you're saying.
You kind of showed, again, you displayed a what they call it, unprofessionalism while in uniform, right? And those comes with consequences. Generally, they come with discipline and everything else. Now, the question is, if he done that then how many other disciplines do we have like that, or questionable stuff like that that's underneath the sun?
I understand what you're saying, honey, but they ain't gonna do nothing to that damn man. He's just not gonna be able to work those events. They want to keep people like him.
He's not gonna keep working events. He's done.
No, he's not. He's not gonna work any events. But as far as being a trooper, oh yeah, they're gonna keep him for that.
Well, I don't know, because there's people like, Ryan Clark, who came out and spoke out against it, right? Who has
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith, who came out and spoke out against
a few others.
Which we know I don't generally agree with Stephen A. Smith, but in this time, again, I agree with Stephen A. Smith because he's talking about things that really truly matter to what we got going on, right? And that is one of them, right? Again, was this a case of an officer who has a badge and he just felt like he was entitled to do anything but forgot where he was at?
Hell yeah. That's a hell yeah. That's a hell yeah. And probably South Carolina was beating Texas A&M ass.
And they was, even though Texas A&M
that's what
came back
he was
and won.
mad about.
But again, they just scored a touchdown, and the simple fact that you had to mean mug and tell somebody to go around, man. If them young men didn't have the wherewithal to realize that, one, they were in a college game. Two, if they would have hauled off and hit you,
oh yeah, he would have locked them up.
One, it would have been on national television. Two, everybody would have called them thugs. But then three, again, you were the aggressor. As the cop, you don't have the ability to be an aggressor. Your job,
that's what they say,
is to de-escalate.
That's what they supposed to do, but you know how that go.
So therefore, I'm with everybody else who's taking the stand. And if you're not taking a stand, right, you're a punk about it too. But I'm just standing on 10 toes right here. Them brothers didn't do nothing wrong. Them young men didn't do nothing wrong, right? They have the right to go get their teammate who was injured because he hurt himself. He pulled his hamstring from running on that touchdown, right? So they wanted to make sure it was okay. There was nothing wrong in what they did. What we have is somebody who take their damn job too serious. AKA, again, this time we actually have a cop with an actual badge and a pew-pew. I've ran into plenty of super cops who don't have a pew-pew, don't have a doggone flashlight. All they got is a cell phone.
Well, it's a flashlight on a cell phone. He can flash that at you. Flashlights.
Right? But either way, man, again, I hope the state of Texas actually does something about this trooper. But again, the jury is still out, and we're gonna spin the block and keep you guys updated on what's happening. Miss Nikki, you did say this was our last topic, right?
Correct.
All right, everybody. So again, this is AwwDacity Sports and your boy J2DaR signing out. And we are here with Miss NikkiC.
All right, y'all.
And we'll catch you guys at the next episode.
Peace.